Okay, so for collecting the Ocean Point Rocky Intertidal data that you're going to be looking at for your papers, for those of you who write that paper, what we're going to do is we're going to measure all of the organisms that live within a specific predetermined size area, and this is called a quadrat. Not a quadrant, but a quadrat. And what you do is you lay it along your transect line that we've already measured and laid out, and you lay it down where you want to sample. And for the purposes of this paper, we are avoiding any cracks in the rocks or tide pools. So we're only going to use flat rock area. So you lay this down, and what we're looking at is percent of primary cover of the different organisms that live here. And we're going to start in a simple location, which is in the barnacle zone. And we're in the barnacle zone in an intermediate wave exposure location. And so what we're going to do is, using our subjective brains, we're going to say what percentage of this square is covered by barnacles. And if this seems a little bit too hard, you can also use one that has been divided into squares, if that helps your brain figure out what percentage of this area is covered by barnacles. And so I would say that most of this is very little, a little bit, and a little bit here. So I don't know, if I were to guess percent cover of barnacles in this area, I might say 25% for this quadrat. If you're not, you can always be more specific, but this is all going to come out in the statistics and the noise. So the other 75% in this case would be bare rock. You have to make sure that your primary percent covers add up to 100%. I'll say that again. Your percent primary cover has to add up to 100% total. And in this case, it's pretty simple. We're going to do 3 quadrats at each of the stations along the transect. So to pick the second quadrat, we just flip and flip. And here we are. And I would say, again, I would say like 25, maybe 30% of this is covered by barnacles, semi-balanus, balanoides, and the other is covered by bare rock. So there's nothing. We're going to do 3 quadrats along this transect line at each of the stations, and we'll average the data to give us an idea of each station along the transect line, what the community composition is.